Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Vishwat Vamsa Parivar Kachara Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की प्रपात ट्रांसलेटर प्रसादन विश्वेश्वर की युगधर राम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are discussing on Canto 4, chapter 26, text number 13. So now we will recite the sloka. Triptro Hrishta Sruptascha Tripto Hrishta Sruptascha Kandarpakrishta Manasaha Kandarpakrishta Manasaha No Vyachasta Varurohama No Vyachasta Vararohama Grihinim Griha Medinim Grinim Griha Medinim Tripto Hrishta Sruptascha Kandarpakrishta Manasaha No Vyachasta Varuroham Grihinim Griha Medihim Tripto Hrishta Sudpritascha Kandarpa Krishna Manasaha No Vyachasta Varuroham Grihinim Griha Medhinim Prabhuji Tripto Hrishta Sudpritascha Kandarpa Krishtamanasa No Vyachasta Manoroham Sudpritascha Kandarpa Krishtamanasa No Vyachasta Varuroham Grihinim Griha Medinim Tripto Hrishta Sudrirapsa Grihinim Griha Medinim Mataji Tripto Hrishta Sudriptascha Kandarpa Krishta Manasaha Na Vyachasta Varuroham No Vyachasta Varuroham Grihinim Griha Medinim So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Now we will go to outward meaning. Triptaha, satisfied. Rishtaha, joyful. Sudriptaha, being very proud, cha, also, Kandharpa, by Cupid, Akrishta, attracted, Manasha, his mind, na, did not, Bachasta, try, Bara Aroham, higher consciousness, Grihinim, wife, Griha Medhinim, one who keeps her husband in material life. Now we'll read out translation and purport. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. So translation. After taking his dinner and having his thirst and hunger satisfied, King Purañjana felt some joy within his heart. Instead of being elevated to a higher consciousness, he became captivated by Cupid and was moved by a desire to find his wife, who kept him satisfied in his household life. Purport. This verse is very significant for those desiring to elevate themselves to a higher level of Krishna consciousness. When a person is initiated by a spiritual master, he changes his habits and does not eat undesirable eatables or engage in the eating of meat, the drinking of liquor, illicit sex or gambling. Sattvic ahar, foodstuffs in the mode of goodness, are described in the Shastras as wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, milk, sugar and milk products. Simple food like rice, dal, chapatis, vegetables, milk and sugar constitute a balanced diet. But sometimes it is found that an initiated person, in the name of prasad, eats very luxurious foodstuffs. Due to his past sinful life, he becomes attracted by Cupid and eats good food voraciously. It is clearly visible that when a neophyte in Krishna consciousness eats too much, he falls down. Instead of being elevated to pure Krishna consciousness, he becomes attracted by Cupid. The so-called brahmachari becomes agitated by woman, and the vanaprastha may again become captivated into having sex with his wife, or he may begin to search out another wife. Due to some sentiment, he may give up his own wife and come into the association of devotees and the spiritual master. But due to his past sinful life, he cannot stay. Instead of being elevated to Krishna consciousness, he falls down, being attracted by Cupid, and takes to another wife for sex enjoyment. The fall of neophyte devotee from the path of Krishna consciousness down to material life is described in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.17 by Narada Muni. Taktva sadharma saranam bhuje hare bhajan apakto atha patit tato adi yatra ka babhadram avut amusyakim kubarta apto bhajatam swadharmat. So this indicates that although a neophyte devotee may fall down from the path of Krishna consciousness due to his immaturity, his service to Krishna never goes in vain. However, a person who remains steadfast in his family duty or so-called social or family obligation but does not take to Krishna consciousness receives no profit. One who comes to Krishna consciousness must be very cautious and refrain from prohibited activities as defined by Rupa Goswami in his Upadesh Amrita. Atyahara prayascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulamsa sadbhir bhakti vinashati. A neophyte devotee should neither eat too much nor collect more money than necessary. Eating too much or collecting too much is called atyahara. For such atyahara, one must endeavor very much. This is called prayasa. Superficially, one may show himself to be very much faithful to the rules and regulations, but at the same time not be fixed in the regulative principles. This is called niyamagraha. By mixing with undesirable persons or jana sangha, one becomes tainted with lust and greed and falls down from the path of devotional service. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhasya Kripa Sindhube Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Devyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So again, welcome to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are discussing Canto 4, Chapter 26, text number 13. So let me read translation again. So after taking his dinner and having his thirst and hunger satisfied, King Purañjana felt some joy within his heart. Instead of being elevated to a higher consciousness, he became captivated by Cupid and was moved by a desire to find his wife, who kept him satisfied in his household life. So the background scenario was, so King Purañjana, so one day King Purañjana, he went to the forest for hunting. So that time he did not care about his wife, he forgot about his wife, and in the forest he was so much influenced by the lower modes of material nature like passion and ignorance. So in those demoniac propensities or tendencies, he started killing animals. He killed so many innocent animals like tigers, tigers, wolves. So what are other wild animals? Deer, and so on, So he started killing animals, and after some time he felt tired, he felt fatigued, hungry, thirsty, and he decided to return back to his kingdom. And after he went to the kingdom, he took a shower, then he dressed himself in kindly, dress, opulence, and he took some dinner, and after taking dinner and after taking shower, he felt fresh. He got some energy, because when he was in forest, he was so much tired, right, doing hunting. But after eating dinner, he got some energy. Then after only he remembered about his wife, and he started searching for his wife for sense gratification. Like that, we can compare this situation of Purañjana to materialistic people who are devoid of Krishna consciousness. So they do the same thing that here King Purañjana is doing. So they wake up, they go to office, then they work so hard under the pressure of boss, then they come back home in the evening, then they take a dinner, and then after, they want to indulge in sense gratification with his wife, like that. This is the condition of the materialistic person who are devoid of Krishna consciousness, who don't know what is the path of, what is the goal of our human body. So they are doing the same thing like Purañjana is doing here. So in the translation, Prabhupada is writing, after taking dinner, Purañjana felt some joy within his heart. So we can compare this joy that Purañjana got with the material joy, material happiness that we gain after material fulfillment or sense gratification. So let's say we have some material goals or material desire, then we fulfill that desire. So in our heart we get little satisfaction, right? Little bit of satisfaction. But that is not the real satisfaction. The real joy or the real satisfaction is in Krishna consciousness only. So the material happiness or the material joy is like itching. So let's say you are sleeping and bed bug comes and bite in your hand, right? Then you feel itching, right? And at first you do itching, you feel satisfaction. Oh, this is the heavenly pleasure. Like that, like that, you feel little satisfaction. Then you keep on itching. Then what happens? You get a wound in your hand. So sense gratification is like that only. The more you involve in sense gratification, the more you get a pain. The more you will be entangled in this material world. So entangled in material world means getting material body again and coming back into this material world again and again. So is that the fortunate position, getting a material body? No, that is a very miserable condition actually. So this material body is the cause of all the pains we are getting. So that is the most unfortunate position, getting material body again and again. Again and again. It's like chewing the food again and again, it's like that only. Let's say you are chewing gum, and in the beginning you feel some, taste. But you keep on chewing, there is no taste, So like that, material pleasure and sense gratification is like itching only. There is no any kind of real happiness. But the real happiness is in Krishna consciousness. So when we chant our rounds properly, when we engage ourselves in the service of Krishna, when we sing kirtan, when we dance in kirtan, when we hear the classes, that time we get real satisfaction. And that is the only satisfaction and happiness we find in this material world. So yeah, then instead of being elevated to higher consciousness, he became captivated by Cupid and was moved by a desire to find his wife. So here, instead of elevating to the higher consciousness, so Purañjana, his consciousness was degraded that time. So what was the reason? So I found two main reasons. The first thing is he went to the forest for his own satisfaction, not for Krishna's pleasure. Atmendra priti vancha tare balekam, Krishnendra priti ichha dhare premanam. So the desire to satisfy one's senses is lust, but the desire to fulfill the senses of Krishna, that is love. So here, King Purañjana, he went to the forest for hunting to fulfill his own desires. It was not for Krishna's pleasure. It was simply for his own sense gratification. It was simply for his own pleasure. So that is the main reason he was captivated by, he was under the influence of lower modes of material nature, passion and ignorance. Then that's why, he was in the demoniac tendency. He killed so many animals in the forest. And the second reason is, under demoniac propensities, he killed unnecessary animals. It means due to passion and ignorance, he killed so many animals, and that is called, jiva himsa. Because he was involved in jiva himsa, that's why, he was getting the reaction now. So, so what is generally considered jiva himsa? Like killing animals is the main thing, right? And also, if we say bad things to other people and if they feel hurt, so that is also one kind of jiva himsa. And in one of the purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada goes one step further and he writes, stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness, that is also considered the jiva himsa. So it is not directly killing the animal, but let's say, if someone is dying of starvation, so he is so much hungry and so let's say it's been like 6 months he haven't eaten anything. So it generally doesn't happen, but just for example, so he is so much hungry and he is in the last stage of his life due to starvation. But you have let's say 10 kg of fruits and 10 kg of fruits. But that time, you can give him some fruits, you can save him from dying. But let's say, I don't want to give him fruits and he dies, Directly we are not killing him, but indirectly, we are also killing him. If we have given him some fruits, then we could have saved the life of that, person. So Krishna consciousness is like that. Stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness is like that. So we have the higher knowledge, we have the mercy of God, and we are not distributing that mercy or the knowledge to the other people. And people in this world, they are dying of, they are bereft of real knowledge, that is Krishna consciousness, and we are not giving, although we have that. And people are, changing bodies, people are dying, then again taking birth, this is going on, So indirectly, like directly we are not killing, but we are not helping them to practice Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada said that is also considered the jiva himsa, like stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. So yeah. So in the purport, Prabhupada is writing, so when a person is initiated by a spiritual master, he changes his habits and does not eat undesirable eatables or engage in the eating of meat, drinking liquor, illicit sex or gambling. So here Prabhupada focusing us to take the sattvic ahara only. Normally, although we are practicing Krishna consciousness, and we have a desire to eat so many things, right? Let's say the pizza, burger, and other many things, So we are offering to Krishna, of course, that is prasad, but still, Prabhupada is writing here, we have to focus on simple diet only. We have to focus on simple prasad only, like, wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, milk, like that. Prabhupada is giving example here. Because if we, the first thing we have to control our senses is to control our tongue. So if we can't control our tongue, then to control the other senses is very, very much difficult. So the control of senses starts with controlling our tongue. And when someone, he have so much desire to eat a very opulent food, then he naturally, is captivated by Cupid, and he gets a desire for sense gratification also, because there is no controlling the tongue. So no controlling tongue means no controlling the senses, and ultimately there is a chance that you will fall down. And Prabhupada is saying the same thing here. So in the neophyte stage, if one cannot control his tongue, then there is a high chance that he will fall down. So a few months before we were doing books in Blacktown, and I met one person. So he was homeless person. So when he saw us distributing books, he came to us and he told us, I like Sri Supandat so much. And he was a homeless person, and I thought, how he came to know about our books. And he told us, he was a devotee before, many years before. So even he stayed in temple for some time, and he was under the shelter of one of the spiritual, master of our ISKCON. Then due to some reason, he left ashram, then he fell down. So now he is in very pitiable condition. But still, he was remembering Krishna. That is the very good thing. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is written. So the devotee, they have already tasted the nectar of the lotus feet of Krishna. So even though they fall down due to some reason, they can't forget Krishna consciousness. They don't fall to the platform of the karmis. So Prabhupada writes in one of the purport in Canto 1. Because we are practicing Krishna consciousness, but we have got, little taste. Although it's not very high, although we are not in the level of full surrender, but we have got, some taste of Krishna consciousness. That's why we are practicing, So even though due to some reason a devotee falls, he stops chanting, he stops coming temple, but he won't fall to the equal platform with the karmis, because he have already tasted the nectar of lotus feet of Krishna. That is the glories of Krishna consciousness. So here Prabhupada is quoting from the verse 1517 by Narada Muni. So even a neophyte falls down, so there is no loss. Let's say you are endeavoring so much for improving your material life, but that all endeavor is just a waste of time. Even you get high position materially, but at the time of death you have to leave everything. Let's say you have accumulated $2 million in your bank account, and that $2 million, when you die, it won't go with you. You have to simply leave that money here, and your sons, children, or your friends, relatives, they will enjoy that money. Now you work so hard, but you can't enjoy that money. You have to leave that money here in this material world. But Krishna consciousness is so nice. Let's say you completed 50% Krishna consciousness in this life. So in next life, you will start from 51%. So that is our permanent wealth. So the simple example is, so you put your phone on charge, and let's say the phone battery is like 50%. So when you put that phone on charge, so that it will start charging from 51%, right? So the thing is a simple thing, So Krishna consciousness is like that. So when we take birth in next life, although we can't finish our bhakti, we can't finish 100% devotion in our life, so next life, we'll continue. So either we'll get birth in the family of rich family, or we'll take a birth in the family of devotees, and in that way, it makes the things simple, and we can continue our Krishna consciousness. But we should try to finish 100% in this life only. In this life only, because this is a Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga means so much passion and ignorance. We can see many devotees, they have got the chance of taking birth in the family of devotees, rich family, but they are not practicing Krishna consciousness seriously. We have many examples like that. So we have got this opportunity. So we have got the association of nice devotees currently. So we should try to finish this business in this life only. So why to take birth again and come back in this material life again? So much struggle life. Again, carry 20 kg bag and go to school, and go to the job. Work so hard under the pressure of job, and same thing going on. So this just, but there is no loss, as I said. Something is better than nothing. So Krishna consciousness, we should take it so seriously. In the last paragraph. So Prabhupada is quoting from the Nectar of Instruction, text 2. So Atyahara prayasya prajalpo niyamagraha janasangasya laulamsa sadvir bhaktir vinashyati. So these are the 6 items. So that that disturbs or that spoils our Krishna consciousness. So the first item is Atyahara. So Atyahara means eating more than necessary, or collecting funds more than necessary. So what happens if we eat too much? So if we eat too much, then naturally we will feel sleepy and we will sleep. So that is just a waste of time. And collecting funds more than necessary. So after when Krishna delivered Kuberaj, two Kubera brothers, then they came to the real consciousness. And they are praying, or they are saying to Narada Muni, like, among all the attractions of this material world, so the attraction for accumulating more wealth is so much bewildering, and is so much dangerous. So naturally, when we have a lot of money, so we want sense gratification. So money automatically leads us to sense gratification. That's why it's so much dangerous. That's why Rupa Goswami is giving us warning. Don't eat too much, don't collect more funds than necessary. And prayas is, what is called prayas? So prayas means endeavoring for mundane things, which is very difficult to obtain. So we can see the people. So they are running, they are always running, but they don't know why they are running. When you go out for books and we try to stop people, they say, I am busy, I don't have time to read these books, and they deny, taking the books. But they don't know, why they are running. They don't know why they are running. So they are simply running for, wealth, and that simply leads to sense gratification. So that is also very dangerous position, running not knowing the goal of life. Prajalpa. So prajalpa means, speaking on unnecessary things. So speaking things, which is not Krishna conscious. That is prajalpa. And prajalpa, it drains our consciousness. So, by chanting our rounds properly, by reading Prabhupada books, by doing service, so, somehow or other we bring our consciousness to, little nice level, But if you do prajalpa, then gone, the whole consciousness, it will go away, prajalpa. And niyamagraha. So, niyamagraha means following rules and regulations only for the sake of following, and rejecting, some of the rules and regulations, that I don't like this rule, I don't like this regulation. You follow this, I don't follow. Like that, that is niyamagraha. And janasanga. So janasanga means, mixing with worldly people, mixing with peoples who are not Krishna consciousness. So what happens if we mix with those kind of people? Then we simply
we get a desire of sense gratification, because it is said we become whom we associate with. So if we associate with worldly people, so we get worldly desires. That's why we should always try to associate with devotees only. Devotees only. And low lamb. So what the low lamb? So greed. So greed for money. Normally this world, all the people are simply running for money only. Money and sense gratification. These are the two things people are running after, low lamb. Yeah, so these 6 things, so it destroys our Krishna consciousness. That's why we should be very serious. That's why we should be very serious in our Krishna consciousness practice. We have to wake up early in the morning, try to attend Mangalarti every day, chant 16 rounds very attentively, then do service properly with great enthusiasm. Even though we don't have enthusiasm, we should act in enthusiasm. Like someone asks to Prabhupada, I don't have enthusiasm, what should I do? And Prabhupada reply, if you don't have enthusiasm, then act in enthusiasm. There is saying, fake it and make it. So yeah, when we just fake it, and one day we will make it. One day we will make it. And there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Neha Vikram Nasavasti, Pratyaya Bhavana Vidyate, Salpam Api Asya Dharmasya, Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Look, so yeah, so while practicing, if we somehow, due to some past conditionings, so we fall down, there is no loss. So even a little endeavor in Krishna consciousness, that will save us from the greatest danger. So we can take the example of Ajamil. So Ajamil, he was a devotee. He took birth in Brahmana family. Then when he was in his young age, he was practicing. He was taking Krishna consciousness very seriously. But due to some reason, due to the association of prostitute, then he fell down. And at the end of his life, when he was in the deathbed, then he chanted Narayan. Although he was chanting the name of his son, but Krishna, Vishnu thought, oh, he is so sincere devotee, he is taking my name, let me save him. And he sent Vishnu Dutas to save him from the Yamadutas. Then after that he got a new life, then he started practicing so sincerely, and after that he went back to Godhead. That is the glory of Krishna consciousness. And one time my Guru Maharaj was saying the story of one of the devotee. So he was the disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So in the beginning days, so he was practicing Krishna consciousness so seriously, but due to some reason, he fell down. Then he fell down, and after some time he got cancer. And that time he became very sincere. And that time he used to tell to his devotees, I have only one regret in my life, that I could have done so much to spread my Guru's mission, like Srila Prabhupada's mission. I could have done so much to spread his mission, but I could not take that opportunity so seriously. So due to some reason I fell down. So, but somehow or other that devotee came back again, and he practiced Krishna consciousness so seriously. Krishna knows how to take, if devotee falls down, so Krishna knows how to take back to him. So one devotee, he was living in ashram, so he was brahmachari. So this is the story of New Vrindavan temple. So he was staying in ashram, but after some time he lost the taste of the ashram and he got married. After he got married, so he somehow or other he fell down. But still he used to come to temple, but he was not practicing Krishna consciousness seriously. So and devotees used to tell him, you were so sincere before, but now what happened? And he used to, in a joking way, he used to say, if I get cancer, then only I will become serious. Then Krishna is so merciful, he fulfills everyone's desires. Then after some time, he got cancer. Then after he got cancer, he became so sincere, and he took Krishna consciousness very seriously, and he became a nice devotee again. So there is the glory of bhakti. So there is no loss. even though we do little, that is our permanent, permanent wealth. It will continue in our next life. It will continue in our next life. So in conclusion, we can say, Purañjana Maharaj, he was dragged to lower consciousness, passion and eagerness. So due to two reasons only. So the desire to satisfy his own senses, Atmendriya Priti. So that is one reason, and the second is Jiva Himsa, because he did Jiva Himsa. So that's why he fall down into the lower consciousness, and he was captivated by Cupid, and he was looking for his wife for sense gratification. So that's why being a devotee we have to be very serious to practice Krishna consciousness in the mode of goodness. For that, we have to take the path, take the Navada Vidhi, Navada Bhakti, that thing so seriously. Then only we can be in the higher consciousness, in higher mode of material nature, and we can practice our Krishna consciousness. So it's 8:45, so I want to stop here. If anybody have any comments, questions, please feel free. That's Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So try to act in enthusiasm. Try to act in enthusiasm, but or you can chant your rounds very attentively. But if you are doing your sadhana properly, then of course there will be enthusiasm. Only enthusiasm goes away if we neglect our sadhana. So my Guru Maharaj was saying in one lecture, in his life, he haven't seen anybody falling down who are very strict in their sadhana. So we have for that, to get enthusiasm and to remain always enthusiastic. So sadhana is the main thing, and that starts from morning, from Mangalarti, chanting, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, then hearing lecture of Prabhupada every day, hearing lecture of Guru Maharaj every day, reading Srila Prabhupada books every day for at least 1 hour. If we do like that, then so enthusiasm will be there. Okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Just ask for the sake of asking, I would just say, enthusiasm is one thing, but sometimes when we are in an association of devotees, and we try to be enthusiastic to come to temple, but when you have a bad experience in temple, then when you come to the place, it just affects you. So how do you remain enthusiastic in that sense?
Like
for example, I'm saying a lot of like when the devotee is fallen down, like Maharaj is explaining, a lot of devotees who go through some difficulties in life, they come to temple and they might have a bad experience, the devotee speaking a bad deal or something like that. So then even if they want to come to temple for nourishment, but in their mind, they go to temple, the bad experience is what comes to the forefront. So that's why they actually slowly start to disassociate with people and devotees, and eventually it leads to a fall down for lack of association. So it's like you have to come to temple to be enthusiastic, but then sometimes if they had a bad experience with devotee or whatever happened, somebody saying, so it kind of takes them away from temple and association, and then slowly over time. So how do we as a community address that?
I think as per my little knowledge, as per my experience, I think first if someone is getting disturbed by the activities of some devotees, we should first we should try to inspire them when we are coming to temple. We should try to inspire them to associate with like other devotees who are enthusiastic. So just keep a distance with the devotees who are disturbing them. And we should, but the thing is, if they get a higher taste in Krishna consciousness, so if they are really sincere, if they think Krishna consciousness is the only goal of my life, so even though there are so many disturbances, they will come to the temple. So in real sense, we are coming to temple to see Radha Gopinath and to get the mercy of Prabhupada. And devotees, they facilitate. They facilitate us to remain enthusiasm, keep coming to temple. But if some devotees, they are disturbing them, then we shall tell them to keep distance. We shall keep them to distance. I think I don't know much, Prabhu. I think keeping distance is the only best way, maybe. Yeah.
I just want to make the point that fall down doesn't happen one day. Suddenly you wake up one day and you say I fall down. It happens because of subsequent events that happen. So I think we as a community we need to be a bit more aware that devotees don't slow up and at least try to check in and everything.
Yeah, like calling them, how is everything going, or trying to engage them in some service so they can come regularly. And
At least checking in so that they feel that okay, somebody's caring for me.
thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Can you read a loud program?
In regards to taking too much prasad, if we are guilty of taking too much and praying, is that also fall down? Or let's say we are taking too much and we know it's too much and we just chant or do some penance that focus on the name, the fire and ambition of Krishna, or we put out the use
Yeah, like
Is that any different than eating too little and, let's say you just eat very little to do your service, eating too much to do your service? What's the difference?
Prabhupada, he said to his devotees, like Krishna consciousness means chanting, dancing and feasting, right? So in the name of feasting, we should not do it every day. So one time Prabhupada, he was in some program and the devotees were taking so little, and that time Prabhupada just said, eat more, Like, we can't do that every day, but during festivals or there's some events, like if there's some nice, we can do that. But the thing is, we should not have a craving, we should not have always craving for the opulent prasad. Let's say if khichdi comes, we should be satisfied with khichdi, or if some more nice prasad come, we should be satisfied. Simply we have to take prasad as the mercy of Krishna. Normally, we are in a material platform, so if we see nice prasad, we take more. If you see less opulent prasad, we take less. But whatever prasad is coming, that is the mercy of Krishna. So prasad means mercy. So either it is coming in prasad or flower or saint or saravambit, anything, that is mercy of Krishna only. We have to see in that platform. And of course we have to do more service. So if eating too much, that is disturbing in our service, then we should eat less. Not less that we feel very weak. So it means average, we know what our body needs. So if eating too much or eating too less, it is disturbing in our service, then we should know what's good for me, how much should I take. So yes, Prabhu, yeah. So we should know our level, how much we can eat, and we should eat only that helps us to do service enthusiastically. So normally when we eat too much, we feel sleep, and if we eat too less, we feel weak. That's why we should have a balanced diet. We should know what's good for my diet. Hare Krishna. Okay, it's 8:55. We'll stop here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, गौर निताई की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to assembled devotees.